What is up? Man, we back. Black in the building. Shout out to everybody out there at the Court Plantation doing what they really need to do to survive. Man, we made it back another day. I'm pretty sure a lot of people went to church, did what they did. You know, Sunday school, sing the choir. I seen that comment. Got my niece up here singing with the Clark sisters. You made my day. Dun, 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 dun. You win. I forgot the words. My niece up there singing with the Clark sisters. But that's a good thing, though. If you grew up Kojic, then you know who the Clark sisters are. You should know who the Clark sisters are if you're foundational Black American anyway. They're like the Winans. They are Church of God in Christ royalty. But anyway, shout out to my niece, Desiree. Man, much proper respect to Las Vegas, Nevada, everybody that's out there. Man, this weather's changing. Take your herbs, drink your tea. I love the cold, but I hate, man, when it starts getting hot, I be like, oh, shit. So shout out to everybody out there in Las Vegas, Nevada, doing what they need to do to survive. All my siblings and everybody out there, man. Shout out to the homegirl, Shani. Philly in the building. Erica, Florida is definitely in the building, a.k.a. Florida. Shout out to my brother, James Youngblood, Texas in the building. Shout out to my brother Dave from No Compromise. Georgia's definitely in the building, man. Go check out the mic drop. Hey, when y'all check out the mic drop, watch how shocked people are when he be interviewing people. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that before we get started on the Trump and Musk recession. But just I'm going to get on that right now, man. Let's get it. Man, my boy James Youngblood, man, you can call him a correspondent. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like to give him the title. He's a correspondent. He's in the news and the media. Man, you talking about professionalism? I'm going to say it again. I'll be rolling sometimes because I really believe that, you know how you do your brief? I know David, James Youngblood, I already know, they know what I'm talking about. But for most people, like when you're interviewing people, you kind of brief, look, this is kind of what we're going to talk about. Don't tread, woo, woo, woo. You know, you don't want to surprise nobody. But I think sometimes when them cameras turn on, everybody is like, I don't think everybody understands, you know, the amount of, I would say, the amount of positive energy that has to go inside of giving a great interview, being on point, asking the right questions, looking at the camera when you're supposed to, being relaxed. That is not as easy as people think when you're trying to do something with dignity and respect. So you got to give James Youngblood props, because I'll be rolling, because soon as you could tell, it'd be like, all right, action. And James be like, hey, man, we back. Woo, woo, woo. Like a correspondent would be. And shout out to the people he interviewing, but a lot of the times, this is just my opinion of watching it, I think we be so shocked at the person that's interviewing us, how natural they are. It does throw us off sometimes. You notice I said us. It throws us off sometimes, because when my brother be interviewing people, and they be great, they're gracious interviewers and they give great answers, but I could tell there's that moment like, oh shit, I'm on camera. James, if I'm lying, James, tell me I'm lying. It don't matter. See, here's the thing, and I'm going to get this out there right now. That's why the grassroots is so important in this day and age. Your David from No Compromise, your James Youngbloods, the Craig Faxes, all those people. You know, when you watch them in their natural habitat of, being comfortable on the camera and interviewing and knowing how to like flow with the interview. That's a natural, to me, possessing a natural law of rhythm to me. Because it takes a certain rhythm to make a person comfortable while you are commanding the audience to pay attention to what's talking. So I just wanted to give my brother James Youngblood props. Because James, if it was me interviewing, I've been to laugh my ass off the damn camera. Y'all be like, get this nigga out of here. Because I'm silly. I like to joke around and play. So it's very hard for me. That's why when people see me on spaces with James or David or both of them, I try to come like more serious because I'm silly. I'll be joking around a lot and I'll be wanting to laugh and joke, and it's a serious issue that we be talking about. So I think that's probably why I give them props, because they make you raise your vibration. I watch James Youngblood don't know. I'll be watching that nigga. I'll be like, that nigga be on point. You can tell he'd be like, yep, hey, and we're back. Hey, and I'll be like, oh shit, that's a correspondent type of mentality. That's a person like that's out in the field, been doing it for years and years and years and years. So you got to give people props. That's a problem too. I don't think we give each other enough props, because the dominant society has socialized us. We're never supposed to give each other props. We're supposed to be in competition with each other. You know what I mean? No, I'm not in competition with David and James Youngblood. Man, please, those are my OGs. I'm learning from them. Don't ever think you too old not to learn from nobody. You know what I'm saying? Even my younger siblings and my niece, my nephew, sometimes I just like to listen to them chop it up. And, you can learn a lot from them. You know what I learned listening to my nieces and nephews? Like, if you really sit down and listen to them, their mentalities are totally different from ours. They will quit a job in a minute, won't they? They will be like, which you like, oh, that's dumb. Not really. It's our job in the generation before us to provide natural resources where the younger generation ain't out there struggling and stressed out because they can't handle the stress that we can handle. So when you listen to them, sometimes you can't get mad and be like, oh, no. Let me tell you something. My niece and nephew, they will tell you in a minute. Yeah, I work. No, you fuck with my mental health. I can't do this. And you like, man, what? But you have to really think. They're shutting it down and they're drawing a line of demarcation, and you are not going to penetrate their happiness. And I'm not mad at them for it. We can learn a lot. That old adage of 20 years a slave, that shit don't work no more. These young people, this generation look at you like, nigga, I can go podcast or go on TikTok or whatever the fuck it's called, and I can eat cinnamon rolls for a living and get paid. And they can just watch me eat cinnamon rolls. And I ain't got to be doing all that sucker shit you doing. So you can't be mad at this generation because times change. That's what brings me to the Trump and Musk recession. Look, I was having I have a conversation all the time, having with my siblings. I have it, period. Let me tell you something. The last recession was in 2020. Let me break this down. David, James, y'all tell me. I know y'all leave the comments. That's what I love about them. If I'm wrong, they disagree, they will tell me, look, Warren G, respectfully, I disagree. I feel like we should do it this. And it's not meant for us all to disagree. This is just my partake on it, and I'm going to run it down. Okay, so they want, what, to me, it seems like what they're trying to do is attach Elon Musk and Donald Trump to the heading recession. But let's rewind it. Let's go back to the etymology of all the recessions. It's always in different forms, shapes and forms, right? You had the 2008 recession with Obama. What did he do? Save the banks and let everybody with their mortgages, you can't pay your mortgage? Fuck you. Now check this out. In 2008, in the neighborhood that I lived in, the houses were like $250 at the time, then it dropped to $150, then it went to like $100,000, then it went to like between $50,000 and $75,000, right? Now, I didn't listen to, I got information from this Filipino brother that I worked with, real cool, two of them that was kind of telling me. See, you will meet people from other racial groups that will put you on the game. And I want y'all to listen to this really good so y'all can understand where I'm coming from. Okay, so in 2010, right, and 8, that was the housing crisis. Remember Obama 08, he came in, he saved the banks. We thought he was our savior. Fast forward 2 years later. So 08, Then 010, then 09, the houses drop. Then 010, the houses drop. So 010 and 11 and 12 houses was like 50,000. Two Filipino people that I work with, Filipino brothers that I work with, told me, my friend, you need to go buy a house. I'm like, I can barely pay this house, and I'm afraid I'm gonna lose my house and lose my job, and you know how we are, and get the buck in our eyes. And he looked at me and he said, my friend, you lose job, you get another job. You already own house, my friend. What you scared? You shoot big, you miss big, you miss. Oh well, at least you tried, right? Right? I said, but I would see him a lot. I just started to see him a lot during that recession. We would have long talks, and he kind of would tell me like, look, I put my wife through school, so I just worked the regular bullshit jobs. My wife wanted to be a fucking nurse, so I took the heat. People would talk shit, and his wife became a nurse. And at that time, he was working, she was working a little bit, and they bought another crib. They just took out money on their credit cards or on their 401k and bought another crib, right? And everybody said he was stupid. Everybody was like, oh, he's crazy, the economy's fucked up. That man's a millionaire and working just for the fun of it. Sometimes you gotta take heed and listen to people, and that really fucked me up, which brings me to the next point. Now, you had the 2008 recession, remember? Now in Vegas was like, well, y'all not getting us again. We're gonna bring football teams and sports teams here so we don't have to rely on gambling. Because people will fly anywhere to watch a football game. That's a fact. I will give Sheldon Adelson and the Adelson group and everybody, they're very intelligent. No, we're bringing the football team here. We can't take hits like that no more, right? Everybody around us is thinking the powers that be are going to do the same thing and have a housing crisis like they did in 2008. No, they don't do the same thing the same way. They do the same thing, but a different way with a different twist. Same shit, different toilet. You might have a Kohler toilet. You might have a Davis toilet, but it's still shit. It's just in a different toilet. So let's fast forward it. Everybody's sitting back waiting for this great crash and market crash, right? 08, 09, 10, 11, 12, then 2013, then 2014. They start, we need to bring the Raiders. 2015, we need to bring the Raiders. Boop, they bring the Raiders. Nope, that should let us know there is not going to be another housing crash. 2017, 2018, 2019. 2019, we should have all known. It's not going to be another crash. Let's just shoot big and try to go get the bread and go buy a house. No, 2020 came. You know what happened in 2020. Do you guys know the interest rates in 2020 were like 3.5, 3.13? They weren't even over 4% interest rate. The interest rates now are 7%. That was the time to buy. But guess what? Fear mongering. And among the foundational Black American society, we are very fearful of losing our job, losing our money, losing our cars, losing our houses. We're very fearful. We don't want people looking at us a certain way because we care about how we look in society, meaning me too. So we're very much in fear of spending, in fear of doing this. But guess what? You got to do it anyway. But we're not thinking that. Oh shit, it's going to crash. It's going to crash. No, they had y'all thinking it was going to crash. Guess what was happening, y'all? Why we were so afraid to make moves and do anything. People were buying houses like a mother. People were buying mansions for 3.5% in different states like Denver, Wyoming, Boise, Idaho. Definitely in Boise. You come to Boise, man, go out there and go visit Boise. This is what these dominant society people do. They are extremely intelligent out here. Let me tell you something. Go out there and visit. Let me tell you, just like in Las Vegas, Vegas is very intelligent too. Those dominant society people are very super intelligent. They were the ones that were like, nope, we're going to bring the Raiders here. Fuck what these people are talking about. And we're going to tax them to do it, and they ain't going to say shit because it's entertainment, and they're going to go with it. And we're going to bring a stadium here for baseball. We're going to bring an expansion NBA team, and fuck what these Vegas people are saying. And we're going to raise the prices, and if you can't afford it, oh, well, fuck you. Get out of here. That's how Vegas is. Vegas is just blunt and upfront, and they don't care. But when you go to other states like Denver, you know what I mean? You just go to these other states, you start seeing stuff. Utah, you start seeing these things. You're like, wow. And the one thing, I went to this African American museum in downtown Boise. This was about 3 years ago. And talked to this brother. It's a brother who ran it. His family lineage goes back 100 years in Boise, Idaho. Like, he broke all the shit down. This is like 3 years ago, right? You know what he told me? He said, let me tell you something though. These people that got money out here, they hide in plain sight. That's all he would tell me. You're never going to know they have money. They're not going to show you that they have money. And they're going to hide in plain sight. And they're going to make moves to put themselves in positions to win. That's all he really said. So after I got done talking with him, I started doing a lot of, traveling around the state while I was out here. Well, I mean, out there. Right? You start seeing, like, you see stuff that's kind of raggedy, but clean, and you just be like, okay, well, what the fuck? Okay, this is a mobile home community. All right, well, damn, this is kind of destitute, right? I'm serious. This is what you see. You see little farms, you see little destitute shit, right? And you're like, okay, this is kind of bummy, because, well, I'm used to Vegas, but I like the farms and stuff. Do you know how many communities in the Boise, Idaho area where they got the mobile home communities and the kind of raggedy shit in the front, and then you drive through that? Mansions. I'm talking about, let me speak to my Las Vegas, Nevada people, and I'll speak to everybody, but let me use Vegas. I'm talking about, my sister and them will be able to tell you, I'm talking about Red Rock Country Club type mansions. Right in the back of some fucking mobile home communities. You would think the mobile home, like, oh, this is some hood shit. Some said drive through there. Drive through. Once you drive through the mobile home community, mansions. It's like putting I'm not talking about the city of North Las Vegas. It's like putting Northtown, Lake Mead, and Bruce right in front of the Red Rock Country Club. And for all y'all that know, Red Rock Country Club is right past the Red Rock Hotel and Casino on 215 in Charleston. That's the Red Rock Country Club. Right after you cross over the 215 in Charleston, that's it. Beautiful neighborhood, very expensive, very affluent, very high acidity, very bourgeoisie, as they would say. They got those neighborhoods all over Idaho, everywhere. And I said, that black man wasn't lying. He's like, you're going to really see some stuff and it's going to really blow your mind. You're going to be like, damn. And then you see like, damn, it's raggedy, but ain't no trash nowhere. Ain't no homeless nowhere. But you see it. Then you start talking to people and people are like, oh man, during 2020, people were moving out here and buying these mansions for 3.5%. So let's say it's a 6,000 square foot home. They selling these 6,000 square foot homes for $250,000 on 3.5% interest. So the average motherfucker could afford it. So while the recession is going, that was the recession in 2020. While that was going on and everybody was scared to make moves, and I get why, because of the fear mongering, because that's what they do. Every time there's some type of bullshit going on, it stops the commoner from going out and buying a home. You're like, Warren, but we ain't got no money. You know what Warren Buffett said? When you see people running from the stock market, you run to the stock market. That's how you get paid. People will call you stupid. People will say you're dumb. But that's how you get paid. And black folk, we have to have this type of understanding. David, it's like picking a part that's kind of raggedy in the Atlanta area and put it in front of like an area where it's like Covington or Lawrenceville, a nice area, but you put a raggedy area right in front of it. Just imagine that, David. Just imagine that, James Unblood. It's a raggedy area right in front of an affluent area. I'm talking about, and it's done by design. That's what these dominant society people are doing. I mean, man, I wish I'd have took my family out there when I went. It blew my fucking mind. Because you'll literally drive right through some like a dilapidated farm with a bunch of cows and shit everywhere. You just be like, oh, it ain't shit over here. But you have to be like, well, let me go see what's over there. And then you go see, because you got to go during the daytime, because at night it's pitch black, which they like it that way, by the way. And you drive during the day, mansions. 4,000 square feet, 5,000 square feet. You're like, man, what the fuck is this? Someplace you drive, these people done created a man-made lake, like in Desert Shores in Las Vegas, and they got houses right on the damn lake, but you don't even know where they are because they got dilapidated businesses in front. It's done by design, meaning that these people have done this and choreographed this by design. You know what I'm saying? So I think we need to understand that Elon Musk And I don't like a lot of the bullshit he got going on. And Donald Trump, they are not at the helm of the damn recession, quote unquote, that's coming up. And if it is gonna be a recession, you better go buy your crib. Soon as those interest rates drop, y'all go buy it. I tell my family, I tell my siblings all the time. Shit. I know, some of my peoples, they get mad because I be like, hey man, get my siblings a crib. They need a crib. Woo. And I know it probably irritates my siblings and irritate everybody, but I think everybody's starting to see why I want everybody to own a home. I feel like every foundational Black American should own a home. One, why are you saying that? Because it's very imperative that we own. Ownership is the key to success. And I feel like every foundational Black American should get a fresh ass car. Why? One, because we deserve it. We got to stop shaming ourselves. Sometimes we shame ourselves like, I shouldn't get that. No, nigga, get it. I'm not saying jump out the window and get anything, but, because I looked at the recession in 2008, I didn't make a move. I looked at the recession in 2020, I didn't make a move. Let me tell y'all something. Because I talk about myself. I don't give a fuck. There was a house. There were 2 houses in Las Vegas, Nevada. 2 houses. David, I know you're going to laugh. James, you're going to laugh. Tasha going to laugh too. Tasha probably already told them. You talking about the biggest fuck up? You're listening to them. So learn from my dumbass mistakes. Okay. So I don't know if you guys know about home building. I went over today, but I this been on my mind for a minute. Okay. So when you're looking at houses, this is just my perspective. You don't have to take everything I say as law. Go look at and research for yourself. When you're looking at houses, you want to look at the builder. You want to look at, because a lot of these these builders are publicly traded companies like Toll Brother, D.R. Horton, Lennar Homes, Pulte Homes, KB Homes, Richmond American, Woodside. All those homes, a lot of those companies are publicly traded. So that's another key. You can go in there and see what their earnings are, where they fucked up at. If you buy stock in them, you'll get reports on them, right? Well, in Las Vegas, Nevada, let's just fast forward. Las Vegas, Nevada has all your nationwide builders, your Toll Brothers, your Liberty Homes, your Lion Homes, your D.R. Hortons, your Lennars, right? Well, there was this house that was built by D.R. Horton. It was a 2,400 square foot home. Y'all, this was 2015, 2016. It was going for $300,000. 3 full beds, 4 beds, 3 full bathrooms. That's the standard in Vegas, by the way. And that's the standard in, I think, Georgia. I got to get with David on that. I don't know what the standard is in Texas, but I looked at Georgia because that's where I really wanted to move to. And a lot of those houses, once it's 4 bedrooms, it's 3 full bathrooms. David, correct me if I'm wrong. And it was very nice, 1 story, brand new. Warren's dumbass, I ain't paying this for no house and it's going to go down and all this other stuff because you think you know what the dominant society, you haven't studied the dominant society enough, Warren. The most honorable Elijah Muhammad said, study the white man. You better study them. You better know they moves. You better know how to predict what they going to do. I didn't study them. I just assumed they were going to run the same play. Oh, it's going to go down. It's going to go down. That house was $300,000. 2023, $650,000. Dumbo should be next to Warren's name. That's the first one. Second one, this one was a Toll Brother. Toll Brother is more of a luxury type home. It's not semi-custom, but it's luxury. Toll Brother is decent, really nice. They're going to give you all the aesthetics you want on the outside, on the inside, your countertops, all that, that bullshit. This house, the model was $425,000. Back in 2017, 2018, that sound obnoxious, crazy. Y'all done lost your fucking mind. Blah, blah, blah. It had a pool, big ass pool in the back. It was on a cul-de-sac. Had the grotto, had a big ass flat screen TV right under the grotto with the waterfall. Oh, it was your dream house. 5 bedroom, 3.5 bathrooms. Oh, it was the bomb. I think it was 4 bathrooms, because it was 5 bed. Yep, it's 4 bathrooms in Providence. right down the street from Centennial High School in the Centennial area. Warren, oh, these motherfuckers done lost their mind. Because I saw that house after I saw the other house, the $300,000 house. Because I used to always go look at new models in Vegas, right? $425,000. They said, yep, and this is $425,000, not a penny mortar. And if you buy this model home, you're getting everything in this model home. Warren could have done it. Warren was working his ass off like a damn slave. $425,000, y'all. It's $1 million now. It's a fucking $1 million. This is what happens when you think you studied the dominant society. You haven't, and you don't understand what's going on. Scared money don't make no money. And the recession that's about to take place ain't gonna be like 2008 or 2020. It's going to be a different twist. So with that being said, I think we have to wake up and understand what's going on. Everybody may not be able to afford to go purchase no home. But guess what? If you got family members, anything like that, and they see that what you are trying to do is pure and good intentions behind that, they should be putting up a little bit of paper. And I'm not talking about little bitty paper, a little bit of paper, so you could be a millionaire later on. Because if you purchase these homes, like the $425,000 house, that was a Toll Brother home. I should have known it was going to go up in value. It's publicly traded, and Warren knew it was publicly traded. Warren knew that these companies were publicly traded, but Warren was being a scared individual thinking, oh man, what if this happens? What if that happens? Man, writing loser scripts in your mind. Transactional psychology. Man, and you do not want to write loser scripts. And I wrote a loser script in my mind, and $425,000, right? 2017, you pay $425,000. It's 2025. What's that? 8 years later, you probably done paid it down to about $390, maybe $385, maybe $395. Let's say even you paid it down to $400,000 and it's worth well over $1 million. That's a $600,000 increase. So now you got $600,000 of equity. Now you take that money, go buy another house. What you think, people? That's what the Filipino brothers was telling me. Warren, take the money, go buy another house. What the fuck is wrong with you? They was looking at me like I was fucking dumb. I ain't got no equity in the house. Well, wait till it gain equity, take the money, I'll go buy another house. The fuck you waiting on? Rent the other one out. What you scared of? You know what I'm saying? And it took me to really realize, like, man, we got to stop thinking the recession. We got to stop thinking the dominant society is going to run the same exact play to the same exact people, the same exact way. No. I believe we need to stop focusing on the recession and focusing on what moves we're going to make during the recession. Let me tell you something. That's a scare tactic. Oh, they closing down all these. They closing down everything. They closing this. They closing that. You're going to see. And David, James Youngblood, everybody out here that listen, Tasha, you know, you in Vegas. Tell me if I'm wrong. Now condos is going for $400,000. Now imagine if my family would have got together, all my siblings, and I have 5 of them. I'm the 6th one, right? And we would have got together and put our monies together and bought a couple of condos when they were $20,000. And now the condos are $400,000. We got to work together. We all have to put that pride to the side, put all that disagreement bullshit to the side. Let's get this paper, man. Let's get the paper because it's there to get. We just got to have a better situation mentally. Stop looking at your family like their enemy. No, they are allies. Put your petty differences to the side. Put it to the side. Because the dominant society, you better go look at the Vince McMahon documentary. Man, it was bitches suing him, and he was like, you know what? They're good for business. Let's rehire them. And guess who Vince McMahon's mentor was? The Trumpster. Because he taught him, dude, this is business. This is not emotional. You got to put that emotional shit to the side. This business. You want to be a billionaire? You want to make millions? Then you got to put that to the side, homie. And that's a fact. And I'm learning every day. Shout out to everybody, man. I just want to talk about this because this is something I've been seeing. And I saw it across the United States. I saw it in Denver, too. Up there hiding the goddamn nice houses. You want to put a bunch of raggedy houses right there, and then you drive to the neighborhood. Oh, there's mansions over here. Man, these people are doing this by design because they don't want people to know they got bread. just like the black brother who had the Black History Museum in downtown Boise, and he did the one thing he told me. He said, I want you to travel and drive around Boise. Drive around there. Go to these different cities. Just do it. He's like, you're going to see what I'm talking about. He didn't go into detail. He's like, you're going to see some really nice homes. And you're going to be like, damn, I didn't know they had this shit out here. Because they do it on purpose. And if they're doing it here, they're doing it. That's why you don't hear about the Nebraskas and the Iowas and the Montanas and the Wyomings. And you don't hear that shit. Y'all notice that? I asked them people, I'm gonna leave it with this. I said, man, there was a time we couldn't get water, toilet tissue. Man, this girl told me, sister from Idaho, from Boise, Idaho. She was like, yeah, when y'all was going through that with the water shortage, we were like, wow, like that's really sad. You know why? Go look up Idaho and all the water that they have. It will blow your mind. Even their power grids and how their power grids are maintained. I'm telling you, you're going to be like, man, these motherfuckers they've been getting over for you. Man, I'm talking about, they don't want people to know. That's why states like Wyoming, they don't want you to know how prosperous it is as far as agriculture and farming. They don't want you knowing that because they want to keep those resources to themselves. So remember that. That's the thing I don't like about Vegas. We're sharing our water with Arizona and everybody else. States like Wyoming and all that, they just wait for the snow to come down from the hills, and then they have water treatment plants, and they just treat their water, and then they run the canals and the water to all the citizens in those places like Wyoming and Montana and Nebraska and all that. They're self-reliant. That's why you don't see a lot of big-time crises in those states. You don't see it in Georgia. When's the last time you heard Georgia be like, oh my God, y'all? David, tell me. Oh my God, y'all, we ain't got no water. Stop. That's not going to happen. They'll seed them clouds and have a damn rainstorm for a whole month before Georgia just runs out of water. Those states that are not running out of water, running out of natural resources, look them up and see what they got going on. It's very imperative. That's why you got to travel. I'm done. Guilty, nigga. Peace.